It's your breeze, mother.
Please be seated. I'll have some water. Marriages are over now?
They're going on next door, mother.
I thought that I should come here after the marriages are over.
Water, please, mother.
Better to put it on my back. This one is very happy. I'll have some water, please. That's all. Thank you. Lecturing all the time? I thought I've come to meet you all, not to give you a lecture. So now we will be going for our further movement, and I may have to return back to Bombay. I do not know how comfortable you were here. But you wanted to be away from the madding crowd, and I thought this would be the nice place to be here. Though Dhumar was all the time insisting that they should stay in some Mangal Karyalaya or something. But I told him, you don't understand them. They don't enjoy much of all this cement, concrete. They would always like to be in the company of nature as long as they get some protection from the sun and the rain. And they want to enjoy that kind of a collective living. And they'll be very happy. But still, I don't think he was very much convinced about it, very hesitant. Then again he came to Bombay. I again told him, now believe me, you have to have it somewhere. Just have a pendal for them, they'll be very happy. You just don't worry about other things. They want to be with the nature because they don't get a chance like that. They cannot take bath in a lake anywhere. It's a great chance for them to take a bath. They said the water is not so clean and maybe that it is full of clay. I said clay is good for them, they like it. And I see your skin is so much better. I see your skin. You see, all this, you have suffered the sunburnt, whatever you overdid in Ganpati Pule, is now being cleared out by this clay, because the clay is the one that suits you. Even if you can put some clay on your stomach, it will take out all the heat from your stomach. Very good for liver, this clay is. So I told them that you don't understand that this naturopathy that they can have here, they cannot have it. But he very, very reluctantly agreed, thinking that I'm really trying to be hard on you. So this is a mild sun here and is nice. And the atmosphere is very clear and clean. Plus you have got such a beautiful temple of Ekadashi Rudra here, which is such a nice place we have found out. So for a saint, see, for a saintly person, what does he need? Because he is so satisfied with everything. Whatever he gets, he is satisfied. But he would be more satisfied, he would be much more enjoying when he is with the nature. I know that. And they are not still very happy, the Rahuri people, that they think that this is no way of putting up guests like this and all that. Still, I just had to tell him that you see their faces, how they look. They look so very happy, so very relaxed. Now what do you want? What do you want more? But now we must understand that one habit that we have always, we have developed it because we have been going out. Our attention has been going out. You see, the one habit that we have in the West, which I have noticed also very common, is to be a daredevil for everything and to go to the extreme. See, there's no, what do you say to the bridle? Bridle, you say, the one that is used for the horse? Bridle. The bridle is not there. There's no bridle in our behavior. We go to extremes in everything. Whatever we do, we go to extremes. There's no bridle in our hands. And this is what one has to get to the bridle. It is not that it's like a kite which is just moving here and there. It's not that. It's a complete thrust, complete movement, with all willpower, with all effort to go to something that is dangerous. I personally think it's a self-destructive character which is built within us as a result of our movement too much outward. Because whatever moves in one direction has to recoil back. It has a reaction. Like the science has developed atomic bomb. Ultimately you do develop a destructive temperament. And that is why I think in the West people have no idea how to control the speed backwards. It's more the speed outward to dangerous places they like it. Nature is good. In the nature it's nice to be there. But it does not mean that you should ask the nature to hit you and kill you. Now in Ganpatipure I was so sad to see those boys who burnt themselves. It was really very, very saddening to me. And when I treated them, of course they got well. But you won't believe, the whole of my stomach here, the whole skin of my stomach was burnt, charred and burnt, and is now peeling out, just like they had the problem. I never went to the sea, I never stayed there. So this was the heat they were carrying. Now people get, say, what you call skin troubles, skin cancers. Still they want to do it. Like the other lady who was so sick from Switzerland, is so sick, you see. I was really very worried because she was very dangerously placed. And she is the one who had this problem, and she said, I have an addiction with the sun. How can you be addicted to the sun? It's just a mental idea. I believe me, it's just a mental idea that if you go in the sun, your skin will be all right. It's just a mental idea. Have you seen anyone like that? I mean, what is the proof that if you go in the sun, your skin will improve? What is the proof? We Indians never go in the sun. Never. We never go in a windy place. Never in a windy place. We never go, say for example, this skiing. According to us, skiing is a stupid job. We would never do it. Any Indian who does that is a stupid fellow, according to us. Women will never do horse riding because it affects the uterus. The women don't swim after some time because it affects the uterus. And if it affects the uterus, it affects the whole system because uterus represents your kundalini. All wrong ideas we have got. That's why I see that in the West everybody is sick. They have this trouble or that trouble or this or that. Certain principles are to be born in our mind because we are saints and we are precious things. We are not like other Westerners, that we can waste our life like this for some sort of a stupid venture that we think of. Can you imagine? All Indians have much better skin than you have. All right? Don't they? Do they ever go in the sun? Never. Then have you seen any Indian sitting outside here taking sun bath? I mean, the proof of the pudding is that despite all that, your skins are so bad. Now, how can your skin be good with the sun? Let us take absolutely a chemical reaction. Now, what happens that when the thing falls upon our skin or upon the head, this head has got a brain, and the brain is made of fat. All right? Now, if you put the fat in the sun, what will happen? It will melt. And that's how people have melted brains. The brains are not normal. They behave in a way you just don't understand why they behave like this. So, first of all, if your brain goes out, how can your skin be all right? Because the brain controls the skin. It controls everything. If your brain goes off, I have not met one person who looks beautiful because he has been in the sun. On the contrary, you stay at home. Preserve your skin by staying at home. The second point is that a Sahajogi should not behave like other Westerners do, that at every holiday they are out. They never sit in the house. Grahastha, the one who stays in the house. We are all Grahasthas, householders. We are married people. As soon as you get a holiday, you are out. Now you might give an explanation because you see our houses are like this and we think that our houses are just suffocating us. Have you seen the houses of the poor people here? Have you seen the houses of the labor in Bombay? Nobody goes out for a holiday. All my life I don't think I've been ever out for a holiday with my husband. Only once we tried for 2 days and we were back from Scotland all the way. We just go for a wedding or a festival or something. If there's some collective happening. Or else you can go for a picnic, all of you together. But you must sit down in the house and talk to each other nicely. There should be some rapport. There's no rapport between the children and the parents. There's no rapport between the husband and the wife. No rapport between the in-laws, other people, no rapport at all. So you become people who are absolutely secluded, shooting off this way, that way, that way. Sit down and talk. Now see our children. Now we talk that our children should be disciplined. The best way to discipline your child is to make the child sit down for a while and talk to the child properly. Tell the child what he's supposed to do. You'll find an Indian child goes to somebody's house, just keeps quiet. But let an English child come. He will break this, he'll break that. Give me chocolates, give me this, I want this. You take an Indian child, maybe a poor child, to a market. He'll never ask for anything, demand for anything. Never. Even if you give, he'll say, no, I won't have. He has that self-respect. But if you take a child, any other child, he'll say, please buy me this, please buy me that, please buy me that. Without any self-respect, without any discipline. Now, where does the discipline come in? Now, what we do, supposing a child is there, we are going out. We tell the child, now we are going out. And you have to be a self-respecting child. Because supposing now you are talking, you can say, you are a realized soul. You are a Sahajogi. And you can't behave like a stupid fellow asking for this and that. And sit down quietly. You make them sit down. To begin with, you have to do a lot of massaging on their body. Lots of massaging, every day massage the body, so the nerves are all right. Then, when you take them out or do anything beforehand, tell them properly, build up their personality of self-respect, of discipline. But you yourself should be disciplined. Now you are sitting in the sun, say, for the whole day, and you tell your son, get inside the house, how will he? A Sahajogi should never go in the sun. Take it from me. Never go in the sun. Because this brain requires complete quietude and no sun activity is needed. You should not even, when you sleep, there should not be even a ray of sun. Even when I sleep, I want complete darkness. Even a slightest ray of light is coming, which people know very well, I cannot sleep because I must act. So the reaction to this light is so much in me. Maybe that I am very sensitive to all the elements. But what about you? You must avoid the sun's light as much as you can when you sleep, and also should not sit in the sun for such a long time. Of course, sitting in the sun helps you because it gives you vitamin D, by which vitamin D, if you take it, you build up your bones better. But now I think your bones are quite built. There's no need to build your bones anymore. But now by God's grace, you are getting soluble calciums which you can eat, and you can also have vitamin D and A if you want to. What is the need of scorching this head? Now, if you sit in the sun, then either you will have a bald head or you will have a jungle in the head. One of the two things, depending on the personality as you are. Because your brain cannot bear it, your skin cannot bear it. After all, we are not jungle people, are we? But you ask any jungle person also, he never sits in the sun. It's only somebody has cooked it in your head that you must sit in the sun. If you go and see Eskimos who live in the ice houses, they never bathe in the sun. Have you ever seen them sunbathing? Have you ever seen them? Any picture anywhere? Then why this special type of stupidity is there among other people? Because you have lost that sense to know that you are maneuvered. You see, how to befool you. Now you must create some weaknesses for people. If you don't create a weakness, how will they prosper with their machineries? So now, let's befool them. If you go to the seashore and you tan your body, you look very beautiful. First of all, you look horrid. Horrid you look. And secondly, they will say that your health will be all right. So everybody is going to the seashore, ending up with a skin cancer. Because your body revolts against it, that's why you get skin cancer. You get liver troubles, already you are liverish. You are already thinking too much. Why do you want to have sun? You have already too much sun within yourself. So what is the reasoning for it? I just don't understand. You must know that today we have the work of the Sahasrara. And the Sahasrara is the brain. We have to work on the brain. And if you people do not know how to use your brain properly, I don't know what am I going to do. Moreover, today, talking to some Indians, I discovered something horrifying things which I must tell you. Which is horrifying as well as I laughed at it. They were telling me that if you take an English hen and an Indian hen, there's a tremendous difference between the two. The hen that is Indian, if she sees another hen being attacked, she'll make such a noise that all the hen will join together and will start making noises so that if there's an attack, the master will come and try to remove the attack. But if it's an English hen, she will just watch another being eaten up, you see. And then she's eaten up also, she says, all right, eat me, doesn't matter, I'll take second birth and come back. Said they have no brains at all. He said they have no brains. Like, say an English bullock. They have English bullocks also. I mean, English means Western. They don't mean anything else, but it's Australian. Maybe anything is English to us because we had known only English, so we say English. But that's what they say, English. But it doesn't mean anything. It means any Westerner or any Australian or white-skinned person. Bullock, he said. He said, our bullocks, if you tell them, go straight, they know. If you tell them, go left, they know. If you tell them, walk this way, they know. They know everything. But if you have any these bullocks, they don't know anything. You tell them, go further, you teach them anything, nothing. They will never learn anything. You tell them, they'll go the way they want to. So very surprising. I said, really? Yes, they said. It is so. They are for no good. They can just do what they want to do. They cannot understand what you are talking. They have no understanding about it. Imagine about the bulls. And then think of it in India. You see, we have everything walking on the street. We have got the bullocks and we have got the cows. We've got sometimes the hen. Everything goes on the road. They know which side the thing is coming, which side they have to move. There's a car coming. He said, put one English cow, they'll be all finished on the road. I got such a fright, when I heard it. I said, they do not do sunbathing. How do they get it? Then I was thinking that the kind of a food you give them, there must be some horrible hormones. They must be spoiling their brains. But we are very destructive. I must tell you. Drugs. Now we started taking to drugs in the name of God. I mean, Indians, you make them take drugs, they'll say, tell another. I know what it is. And then our brains go off with the drugs. Brains are not normal. Why we behave like this, I can only explain that they have taken drugs. I've seen people who have taken drugs, I just don't understand. Why? There's no logic into their behavior. Just no logic. They just like the brains of a bullock. They behave the same way. You just can't explain why they behave. They have taken drugs. Now what is drug taking? Is again self-destructive. Because you want to destroy yourself, that's why you have taken drugs. Otherwise, how many Indians you have known who take drugs? I have never even seen them. Another thing, Dhumar told me he says his reading is, he says that if a child is educated in a vernacular school, I was also educated in a vernacular school because my father was very particular, doing no English schools. And those who are educated in the English school, there's such a difference. He says he has his children educated in the English school and he has his children educated in vernacular school. The youngest one is in the vernacular school. He says he knows about everything. He'll know how many cows are in the house. He will look after parrots. He knows how the parrot works out, how the things are. He's the youngest. He knows about everything. But other children, they just will stand. If you tell them, they'll give an explanation. And then they'll say, so what? So what? But if you tell him something, immediately he will know what is to be done. He'll just get it done the way he wants to do it, in the sense that it must be done. But here the other way now. If you tell a child from an English school, he will do the way he wants to do, and if you tell him, why did you do this way, he'll say, what's wrong? Or at the most he'll say, I'm sorry, finished. Like Sir Yogis will pull their ears, finished. Even if he hits you, he'll say, pull my ears, mother, I've hit you. It's like that. It's very funny thing. I said, what's wrong with the language? Why this English language makes people like that? I can't understand. Why? I just didn't understand. What's wrong? Now this is not in the Indian language. You see, if you say, they say, what? We didn't understand what you're saying. What's wrong? Just the whole, I think the language itself has the disciplining in it. It has what we call Mardav. It builds up the personality. Like if somebody tries to show off, you see, immediately we'll say, you are overwise, atishane. And the saying is, atishane tanse bail rikame. Those who try to show that they are very intelligent, their bullocks have no work, means they are lazy lumps. The whole language system as such, they're so practical, I tell you, they're so practical. And that is why we came to India first of all. We had some Sir Yogis with us when we came here. About 25 Sir Yogis from England came. And we all stayed here, and all these people looked after them and they fed them. And of course, they paid no money, nothing, they lived here. Nobody even wrote a letter of thanks. So they all got worried. And they wrote a letter to me saying that, Mother, what has happened? Are they all right or are they sick? They have not written any letter to us. So I called them. I said, did you write any letters to them? No. I said, why? We know we did wrong. We know. So you know. Then why did you not do it? No, but we know. Now what is an argument? Now you have come out of that. What I am giving you the background. You have come out of it. Now you are Sir Yogis. You are saints. So you have to be very different. You can't be like them. You have to understand. Like some people have a habit of saying, Mother, I'm so badly off. You ask them, how are you? They say, like this. It's very common. So I look at their hands. What's it? I don't understand. What does that mean? Here people will feel ashamed to say. Even if you are sick, even if you are dying, if somebody will ask, how are you? They will say, I'm all right. I'm all right. Nobody will do like this. Means what? You ask them, what's your name? Did you ask my name? Of course I did, but why do you ask me again? Any question you ask, they will repeat it always. I used to wonder, why do they repeat? They didn't get it in their heads or what? Now the thing is, that is what is the background of this brain, and don't spoil it more by this sun. You have to do work of this Sahasrara. Sahasrara, which is the lotus of the divine, which has got beautiful petals now enlightened by your Kundalini. They are the living petals. Do not try to pray with it. That's why I say don't read funny books, don't see funny things, don't talk to funny people, don't waste your energy in worrying in futuristic attitude. Keep to yourself, let this grow, because the roots are in the brain. The tree of awareness grows downward, but the roots are in the brain. And you have to go to the roots now, because you have done that movement. Now you come back. And for that, you have to know to look after your brain. The other day, I also said that I don't know why you people don't put any oil whatsoever. Why not put oil in the head? Poor oil, head needs the oil always. At least on a Saturday, put so much oil, rub it nicely and have a bath. But people just don't put any oil in the head. I mean, you must oil, gear up your brain. Don't you think so? If you don't put oil in any machine, it will crack. For this brain, which is a special machine, after Sahaja Yoga, is really a very special one, you must try to put lot of oil in it. Put some oil in the ears. Put some oil in the nose. Now the modern theory of the doctors is don't put any oil or anything into the ears and the noses of the children. Rajesh's brother had a child and they went to, of course, to a latest doctor from America. And the child was crying, weeping, feeling so horrible. And his Brahmarandra, what you call the fontanelle bone area, was not filled at all. It was all open. I said, what's the matter with you people? They said, the doctor has said, don't touch the oil. I said, what? They said, he'll have allergy. I said, no, nothing of the kind. You bring the oil. I got one full katori of oil, rubbed it on his head, pushed back that thing, and I put it in nose and ears. The child slept like a log of wood. Imagine how much the child must have suffered. These stupid ideas come from where? I don't know. They don't have any oil these days, so what is their idea? Is to do some business must be behind it. I don't know what is business. I don't know what they are going to run by not giving any oil to the children. They must be having some business with that also. Otherwise it is absolutely a stupid idea. I just don't understand that the child has an allergy. And how presumptuous to think like that. Now, why the child has an allergy? Now, let me ask a question. Why a child will have an allergy? The doctors have to answer. Or, of course, you are all doctors, so you should say. Can I have the answer?
Could be an imbalance of heat and cold in the body.
But why? Say on the chakras. You say on the chakras, what will be catching? If somebody has allergies, what does it catch? Correct. Left navi. Left navi will catch. Now that means the mother. Because the child is not yet married, so is the mother. That means mother must be having a left navi herself. And that's why the child must be catching with that allergy. So instead of punishing the child, why not cure the left navi of the mother and left navi of the child? Now what will you do if there's a left navi of the child? What we can do to help the child to get rid of it? Very simple. Anything that is left can be taken out on the little flame. Put your right hand on the left navi of the child and put your left hand to the flame and finish. Now, in diagnosis, you are easy. But now for medicines. Now remember the certain principles of medicines. Very certain principles are there. If it is left side, you have to take it to the fire or to the sun or to the flames. Alright? If it is the left side, you have to take it to the water in general. Anybody who's suffering from right side, put him in the water. Finished. Done. Not in the sun, of course. Any disease, you bring it to this point. It's very simple. Now let me have some questions about certain diseases.
They've been asking me for the last 3 weeks.
Huh?
They've been asking me for the last 3 weeks, so they must have the question.
All right, let's have it. I will see if I can answer. Yes.
Psoriasis,
Huh?
mother? Psoriasis.
Same thing. Psoriasis is nothing else but left side problem. It's a lethargic liver and gives you allergies. For psoriasis, left hand towards the photograph and right hand on the Mother Earth. Putting hot water bottle on the stomach. Or even giving bandhan to your liver with the light is all right. You must see, because psoriasis. Now people might think psoriasis means active liver or inactive liver. You see, it comes to that. But we have only two types, active or inactive. Now whether psoriasis is inactive or active, you will know from one point that when the liver is inactive, you get the allergies. And when it is active, you get other problems like, what you call that in English, I don't know, nausea, and also you get biliousness. You don't eat much, you thin down, all these problems are there. Now what else? For eczema, same thing. Eczema is the same thing. It's just like allergy. Eczema, same thing. But for eczema, because it's outward, you can use certain thing like neem ka patta and all that I have told you. So many things can be used on top. Fungus outside or inside? Is one of the worst thing is fungus. Same thing. But it's the worst thing. I should say it's the left side. Again, the attack is left side. Fungus is all dead. And you have to use the left side as a photograph and right hand on the places wherever you have the fungus. You may take it out that way. But don't eat cheese. And the fungusy cheese you are not supposed to eat at all. All the Sahajogis should not eat any fungusy cheese. That blue one with a crust one. All fungus must be avoided. And also mushrooms if possible.
What is milk said to fight allergies and eczema? Milk, cow's milk.
Why does cow's milk make allergies and eczema worse?
What
Why
is
does cow's milk make allergies and eczema worse?
cow's milk? Yes.
Because it's left side.
Left side. Cow's milk always give you the left side because she's the mother. And you should not have her milk because it's left side. Whether it is cow's milk or buffalo's milk, all will give you allergies, but if you have animals which are smaller than you, like if you can drink, like Mahatma Gandhi, the goat's milk, then you might not have the problem.
You better tell them, Mother, because we always drink milk when we've got these things. It's the other way around. We go completely wrong. When we've got diarrhea, we drink milk. You know, it's silly business.
Diarrhea, you drink milk. The amount of salads you eat, sometimes I feel this fodder will make us like buffaloes or what. I just can't touch them, I tell you. But I have to eat just to show that I appreciate.
Bronchial asthma.
Bronchial asthma is caused by the combination of the right heart and the left heart. If the parents have been quarreling too much, if they are divorced, if you never had the security of the parents' love, then you get bronchial asthma. But if it is another one, just superficial one, then it could be from the father's death or from the fatherhood suffering. But if father motherhood both have made you insecure, or if both of them have died, then you get bronchial asthma. It's a combination. Huh?
Hypoglycemia.
What's that?
Low blood sugar. Hypoglycemia.
I know. Low blood level. That comes from overactivity. You should not think so much. Agya. Too much of Agya. Agya Chakra. Too much of Agya. Surrender yourself to Christ. Absolutely surrender yourself to Christ. It will work out. What's it? Spondylitis is left Vishuddhi. And right Vishuddhi could be also. But mostly left Vishuddhi spondylitis. Combination also could be.
Multiple sclerosis.
Multiple sclerosis is comes from Muladhara. Muladhara and Nabi. Left Nabi and Muladhara. It's more left-sided. Give the treatment of the left side. Saying the name of Ganesha and of Gauri. It will work out.
Varicose veins,
Huh?
varicose veins.
Varicose vein.
It comes from the people who stand too much all the time and they work very hard. They, as soon as it starts, it's better to cure them. You have to lie down every day. Those who stand every day for more than say 3-4 hours should lie down on bed and do cycling every day. That will help. Reduce the weight, maybe due to weight also. Some people have weight, but those who stand. I have seen those who stand for a long time without the heels. If you use the heels, you might be better off. With the heels, the pressure is not so much, then it is distributed more to the lower of those 5 chakras down below. That might help. But best is to do exercise after you have stood for a long time. Just lie down in the bed and do cycling. And also massaging. Slowly massaging it downward. Also it can work out with the ice treatment. You can put some ice before massaging. You can put the ice on them and use very cold oil and rub it. It will work out.
Flu. Flu.
That's one thing is difficult. Flu. Now for flu, first of all, this is again left side. But we have got a very good medicine in India. I don't know if you have that. There is what you call is the basil. Basil leaves. You take lots of basil leaves, make a concoction. What's it called? Concoction.
Infusion.
Huh?
Infusion.
No.
Boil it up in a pot.
Boil it up in a pot. Make it absolutely the essence. Take it out, quite thick. Put tea in it or water. Just like the way you want to make it, like a tea, and put milk or whichever way you want, plus milk and sugar, because the taste may not be so good. And then you drink it. Before that, you have to prepare some what you call for dhuni. You all know ajwain ka dhuni. You see, you know that. So you take ajwain ka dhuni after that. That's all. You do it 3 days, you'll be all right, cleared up.
Psychosomatic diseases and nervous breakdowns. There are a lot of diseases coming up.
What?
Nervous breakdowns and psychosomatic diseases. Are they coming from the left side or from the right side?
Was it?
Well, he's giving two categories. He's saying psychosomatic diseases, which is all of them, and he's saying in particular, what? Nervous breakdown. Psychosomatic diseases are all of them.
You see, it's a very funny word, psychosomatic. It is also psycho and also somatic. So I don't know which one it is. If you say psychosomatic or somatic psycho.
You mean psychological diseases?
No. Psychosomatic is nervousness. You see, nervousness can be caused by bad habits. How? Like if you are an air hostess, you form a bad habit. As soon as you see the airport, it goes. Now those who travel too much, as soon as they have to travel, they go off their heads. Overdoing anything, you see, you get nervous with it. It's a matter of habit. You form that habit, so it happens. So I will not say it is due to some bada or anything, but your nerves are too much used in a particular way. Then they just give in. They cannot work it out anymore. So then you must change that habit. Supposing you are traveling too much by plane, then travel by a ship, or travel by a train, or by a bullock cart. Or don't travel. Something like that. Anything that you overdo too much, that forms a kind of a strain on your nerves. So try to reduce that strain on your nerves.
You recommended heels. What height?
No, I didn't say for all of you. I said for varicose veins, or especially for people who develop problems on the heels. There's no height. You just try whatever you can. Say about 1 inch will do, from 1 inch onward. Anything, not too much, 1 inch or lower. But you see, if you develop some sort of a bone on your heels or something like that, for that the heels are always better. Little heels are better. Baldness. It's not a disease, but it comes out of many habits. One of them is wearing the hat. If you wear the hat too tight, then the circulation of the brain is spoiled, and thus you might get one. Then also with the left nabi you might develop a back bald head here. If you have a left nabi, then there is no circulation, it works out that way. And we say that if somebody has a bald head, he will get some money. He's a moneyed man in India. I don't know why we believe in such a thing. But we believe that if you have a bald head means he's a moneyed man. You see, the one who does not have a bald head is not a moneyed man. Who doesn't have a belly is not a dignified man, according to Indian standards. But bald head is caused by not using oil or by not using proper oil. Oil should be used properly, and the skull must the skull must be rubbed, not the skin, so that if you rub it, the skin must move on the skull, and then you won't have this problem. Another is that if you use funny type of oils with lots of fragrance and essences in it, then you might get white, gray hair. And also ghee should never be used for rubbing in the head, but you can use it for the body is good ghee, or even the butter is good if you are overactive, then otherwise not. But should never be used, or butter should never be used for the hair. Now you have two types of bald heads, as I told you. Some who start from here and some who start from there. It's a very interesting subject. And those who have both could be. Now I would say the one which starts from here are the people who are the ones who have got an Ekadasha problem possibly. With the Ekadasha problem it starts, or who are not very collective or something, it will start receding back. Alright. Those who start from here are the people who may not be good husbands, maybe something wrong with their wives, maybe bad wives. The husband-wife relationship is upsetting. Then also this starts at the back. Or maybe there's some incompatibility between the two, or too much attachment to the wife, or too much attachment to the husband also you start developing like that. All these things are left nabi. So the left nabi relationship, is the Graha Lakshmi relationship, where you adore your wife so much that she's no more a Graha Lakshmi. Also is a wrong thing. These things start with that. And also could be with your hectic life. If you are very hectic in your life, running up and down, doing too much work, also it may start. You don't listen to your wife about it, and you think you have to do this work, then also it might start. There are so many reasons for the left nabi to start. But the one that starts here starts with the right nabi, or we can say with the Ekadasha more on this side. So I don't know, in your case, Johan, what should I blame? I would say is a complete neglect of your hair. No oiling at all. That's what it is. I mean, if you do not give water to the plant, it will die. And then if you say, why is it caused? I mean, if you don't give water, is the one that it eats, drinks, and lives on. So oil is the one on which the hair resides. What's it?
In the West, we get pain in the knees when we sit on the ground. Is there any way of avoiding it?
You see, it is due to the nabi you have, right or the left, and no practice of sitting down. Now what you have to do, that you have to learn a certain, an exercise. I've told people what is the exercise needed for it. Then you will get used to it, you will start sitting on the ground, all right, without feeling the pain on the knees. It will help you in the long run very much. There are certain exercises to be done. But at least your children, you make them sit on the ground from now, so that there's no problem for them.
Most ladies, more and more ladies of a certain age, have also a booth.
Here,
Yes.
in the West.
In the West, when I came to Paris, I noticed that a lot of ladies, after 60 years old, began to use.
But 60 years, one should have that. Otherwise you don't look all right. You see, in 60 years you should look like a 60-year-old, you see, otherwise it's very embarrassing. For me, I must say, I must also get some bald head and some wrinkles and this and that. Because, you see, once we were traveling and we had some lady with us, she is 6 years younger to me. And Modi was all the time trying to help her. Poor old lady, poor old lady. I said, what's this nonsense? She's 6 years older, younger to me, and you are just trying to help her all the time. What about me? Nobody's bothered. They make me sit for hours together. They do this, do that. Supposing if I had looked old, you would have said, no, no, mother must be tired. Now the ladies develop that because they might be dominating women. Possibly. Or maybe they are neglecting their hair.
Or drunkenness.
Huh?
Or drunkenness.
Drunkenness. Also could be they might have taken drugs. Or maybe in the West anything is possible under the sun, you see. Or maybe they have had some problems with their mothers or something like that. Basically must be there. But I think mostly it is due to neglect, complete neglect of the hair. You see this hairstyle. Now you go to any person who is doing this hairstyling, within 3 years' time you are bald. Then they will give a wig. That's their business. So going to these hairdressers and all that, you develop it. What is the need to go to the hairdresser? I don't understand. There's no need. Waste your time, waste your money. You look very nice without it. Huh?
Translate.
What is?
Is there a chance to get lost hair back?
You might try. If not by Sajog, they say there is a method. They put something here, there, and they plant it and all those things they do. If you do it, then I'll see to it that they grow well.
Why are diseases through generations limited to 7 generations?
Why are diseases through generations limited to 7
Or
generations?
any problem, mother, any problem that comes through the generation.
The problems are like this. There's only one center which covers all the 7 centers, which is the Muladhara. Because it is the Omkara. It is the Chaitanya. If Muladhara is insulted, say I said if there's an incest relationship and the family grows, then it is 7 generations. But if it is between a very holy relationship like mother and the son and something like that, then it is 14 generations. It was complete insult of Sri Ganesh. And so many of these can come from there. Most of it comes because Sri Ganesha gives you the real strength. Those who have insulted Sri Ganesha are always delicate people, physically. So you have to re-establish your Sri Ganesh. Huh?
How to keep the body cool in summer?
To keep the body cool in summer, first of all, you have to do is to take some ice and rub it on your liver. Keep the liver cool. Don't think too much. Don't take hot things. Like in the summertime, so many people eat those watermelons and things like that. They should be cooled down properly. Like even mangoes in India must be cooled down and then taken. All such fruit should be cooled down and then eaten. Some people eat the mangoes just from the tree. That's very wrong. You have to cool it down for 24 hours and then eat it. This we knew, all of us. But in modern times, I don't know if people don't know. All these things add up. Then reduce on meats and fish especially. You should not eat fish in the summertime at all. First of all, it is spoiled, something wrong with it, or else it has phosphorus which ignites. So avoid all these things. Eat things which are cool. Now, especially for India, is very easy because we have got something called gulkand, which is made out of rose petals, which is a very good thing for cooling the liver. Then cardamom, then the candy sugar, sugar itself. All these things will cool down your liver and you will feel very good. The change in your diet is very important during the summertime.
What? Oh, hemorrhoids. Is it a Muladhara problem? Hemorrhoids.
Right side Muladhara. Right side. For that, you have to keep yourself cool. Again, get the cooling effects, all the cooling things to be done. And also, a very good thing is to eat the black dried grapes. What do you call that?
Raisins.
Raisins. Black raisins. Soak them in the night with some orange juice and eat them. Soak them in the morning, eat them in the night before sleeping. That will cool down. That's very, very cool. बनफशा बोलते हैं ना, आप क्या बोलते हैं? एक चीज़ होती वो काला काला जो पड़ता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं आप लोग? नहीं, बनफशा नहीं, कुछ और बोलते हैं, जो काला काला मलंग कुछ बोलते हैं ना? हाँ, नहीं, एक मलंग करके आता है ना जो इसमें डालते हैं ठंडक में वगैरह. I've forgotten the name. हाँ, काय तुम्ही काय म्हणता? नाही, सब्जा नाही, ते एक असतं यांचं काळं काळं, ते ह्याच्यात घालतात शरबतमध्ये किंवा ते आईस्क्रीम बनवतात त्याच्यामध्ये. हां, नाही, ते दुसरंच आहे काय, ते नाव विसरले मी, पण त्याचं सांगून उपयोगाच काय? For allergy, the best is geru. You take, all of you should take geru, those who suffer from allergy. And we get little stone pieces, round ones. Rub it on that and take it with some water about 7 times and then eat it. It's good for allergies. But everybody should not. Those who have allergies. Geru is not good for people who have overactive liver. Now if you have finished, yeah.
India has the biggest problem of leprosy, especially Bihar and UP. What is the reason?
It's a kind of it's an infectious disease, and now they have found out some sort of a thing for that. Leprosy is not only in India, it was everywhere. But the जो कीटाणु होते हैं उसके, the ones what you call them, the parasites which create this leprosy, drink kerosene oil, petrol. They prosper in petrol. Do you know that? Huh?
What is the treatment in Sahaj for that?
For leprosy, you see, for any infection as such, it's all left-sided. One can work it out. But as far as possible, keep out of it. Infectious diseases, you better not treat. You see, it's very dangerous. I will never advise you, because you should waste your energy on lepers now. Leave them to me. Which is the easiest way to cure yourself?
What about people who are born with epilepsy?
Epilepsy is curable. 100% curable. It's a left-sided problem. Epilepsy, whether born or anything, can be cured. Can be cured. Excessive tooth decay. You see, for tooth decay, the thing is you must use your fingers to rub on your teeth. You see, that's the thing, and also on your gums. So what you have, because you have got vibrations, your right Vishuddhi is quite all right. It is due to right Vishuddhi. So what you have to do is to deficiency in right Vishuddhi gives you. Rub it nicely with olive oil and little salt, very good finely thinned out salt, and it will stop it. Every day, every day. Brushing is not sufficient. One more here. What's it? Sit down, sit down.
What is the reason for having your intestines all on the left side?
All on the left side, nothing on the right. Good idea. Left side. There's no reason as such. You see, after all, think that God creates so many human beings. Even, you tell about 200 people to do some work. One goes this way, another goes that way. You don't know what happens to them. They go so helter-skelter. Now, in that, sometimes it's a freak. It happens. There are freaks. It makes no difference. All right, what do you want? What she say?
Ulcerative colitis.
Ulcerative colitis comes by people who have amoeboisis, maybe. One of them could be. Is it there?
Is there an amoeba?
Yeah, yes, due to that. Or could be due to very hot food if you eat, or if you drink too much. On all these things, you see, can be affecting. But mostly it is due to amoeboisis, I've seen it. And hot food. You shouldn't eat hot food. Like some people like very hot food and they get this trouble.
Anyone have a question that's a little more visionary and a little less medical?
What's it?
What about Halley's Comet appearing later this year?
I've seen it. This Mr. Haley had seen it and he said this will happen, that will happen. And they say so, it's a good sign. Let's see. You see, whatever may be the stars, whatever may be the things, unless and until human beings become sensitive, nothing can happen. We have to be sensitive people to receive the blessings of these things. Otherwise, Haley may come, any may come, but we go on forever. It would be. If we become sensitive, then only it will happen. First of all, where there is ego, nothing is going to work out. Ego has to go down, and you have to feel everything, the vibrations and everything of the atmosphere of all the stars, then it will work. Otherwise it has no effect.
What is the proper attitude when you take darshan from you? I have never known how to approach you.
What is the proper attitude when we take darshan of you, Sri Mataji? He's never known the proper attitude.
Oh, it's rather embarrassing. All right, I'll close my eyes and my face and I'll tell you. तिकडे बघा कोण आहेत, वाकुल्या दाखवतात, पोरं ओरडतात. तसं नाही करायचं म्हणा, मूर्खासारखं वागायचं नाही. कोण आहे? Now, your question is nice. Now, supposing Christ appears before you and you know he is Christ, what will happen? That should be the attitude, at least minimum. Though Christ had to manage only one chakra, he'd have to manage 7. If that attitude develops, even thinking of me is sufficient. You have to just think of me, your diseases will be cured. That depth has to be reached. And this is just one chakra, 7 times, raised to power 7. That's what it is. You have seen the miracles, you have seen the photographs, you have seen thousands getting realization, none of them did it. But also I am Mahamaya. But in your heart you should know whom you are facing. But mostly people get into the web of Mahamaya very much. That awe is so fulfilling, so penetrating, so deep, that one lives with that idea only, all the time. You don't need anything with that. It's a very great fortune. If I were you, I would have called myself the most fortunate person. But it's the other way round. I don't know what to say then. Though I must say I'm very fortunate, because compared to all of them, I have so many of you here who are Saj Yogis. So I'm very fortunate and I'm very happy about it, very happy. But still, to grow in that, you have to know what it is. Indians have sense. It goes easily into their heads. They are very sensitive. In the same way, I hope you all develop it in that way, in that fashion. Then life would be very enjoyable. All right, now coming back to something practical, I have to ask you, have you made all the purchases that are needed for your pujas in your various countries?
Not yet. They're going to do some of it in Bombay on the day that is available when the buses go back, in each case.
Because all those who are going, Europeans, please raise your hands by the earlier
The
first bus.
on the 17th, the Egypt Air flight. The Egypt Air flight. You leave on the 17th morning.
Now, there's one good solution also. I was saying that if you start very early in the morning next day, you may reach there for this work, but the shops close very fast. Another one could be you make a list of things that you want and send it over to Nima or someone, and they'll keep it ready for you, so you need not go to the shop to get it. For example, if you want to buy a mukut, want to buy this and that, better give her a list and they will keep it ready for you. As soon as you'll go, you'll get them. Is a better idea. Don't leave it to chances. Because when you travel, see, you don't know, the car may not take you at the right time, the shops may be closed. Being Sunday is going to be difficult again. Best is to make a list. Even Saturday is very difficult there. It's so crowded and all that. So make a list of things that you want, definitely, and those, otherwise you can try later on some that you want to buy personally. But actually, these things are so common and so understandable. You write it down whatever you want for your puja. Have you got any list of saying what one needs for the puja?
Albert, you must be very... Albert, you were involved in this with your people going to do purchases in Bombay.
Yes, for Austria, we got the list what we want to buy.
No, altogether what you want to buy. Then make a list. Now sit down, make a list. Now, when you have made the list, I'll send somebody to Bombay who will purchase all these things, keep ready for you, put the price for you, you pay them and you take them. I don't think you will have much chance to go to any shop. And I would advise, don't go to any shop on a Saturday. On the contrary, you just go to the airport, rest there and take your...
They reach on Friday night, they have all day Saturday, and they go in the small hours of Sunday morning.
Why do you want them to go on Friday night?
I don't.
Friday. Better let them go on Saturday morning.
They chose that one.
I see. And what about you people?
We're going the next day. We'll leave on Saturday, and the flights are not until Tuesday or Wednesday.
All right.
But if you suggest, Mother, that they go on Saturday, they'll do it.
No, it's better go earlier because in any case. You know why I was saying that maybe you see cars and this and that, supposing it fails or something. Better to be there one day earlier. Try if you can get something because Saturday is such a crowded thing there, I don't know.
We'll still make this common list of puja rites.
In any case, you should. Whatever you have is all right. If you don't have, you better make it here. I mean, you spend so much time making the mukut. What's the need? You can get it here, ready-made, very good ones. Any amount, any type you want. If you want to do it, you can do it. But normally, there's no need.
They don't know what mukut is, Mother.
Huh?
You better tell them what mukut is.
Mukut is the crown. Yes. All right, by all means, you can see. It's done. Hold on. Warren, you better come. क्या कह रहे?
माता जी कह रहे हैं कुमकुम खरीदा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए आप वाइब्रेट कर देंगे
हाँ, please bring it.
Mother, I think I
Hmm.
just put the speaker on.
What's it? Yeah. don't know. Or I just talk all the thing.
Bring them in.
Then wait for 5 minutes. Just
Put
call.
it away, please. Son? Well, no, son. Just take it away. Holding garment.
30 minutes ago, I just back there. coconut oil for the coconut oil. This you can use to mix it, but more use coconut oil. Mix it up in the coconut oil first. Coconut oil is much better. For the hair, coconut oil is the best.
Thank you very much.
Take out the air first. Now before before going, whatever silver you have got, you put it in your suitcase. Find it also customs, you just please tell them frankly that these are the volume increase. These are your wedding presents. Would be better if you wrap it with some. It's not meant for you in any case. Meant for married people. In case you are carrying the silver with you, then put it in your suitcases with a wrapper, with the wishing of somebody like that for your marriage. You should say we got married, or somebody has to say we remarried. It's a present. And they won't say anything to you, but in any case they won't see anything. I hope so. Next time when you come, don't bring any nonsensical thing like the one you brought last time. First was my television set, the way it was ruined. It's all absurd ideas. I never do like that. You need not try to avoid paying customs. We have to pay where you have to pay. So whatever you are bringing, each person should not bring more than 500 rupees worth. Means about, say, about 25 pounds. Secondly, that whenever you bring such things, like tapes, you should divide them into different people and then bring it. Don't bring them together. Thirdly, whatever you bring, you don't send it back without asking me. There's no logic in it. All the way you bring something here, and why do you send it back? And again, this is the same brain, I think, which I cannot explain. But nobody can explain this. Ian, who took them back? Huh? Who is he? From Bristol. You know we have paid for that. Huh? But why? English originals, why did you send it? What? You see, if you are made in charge of that, have you? Who has made you in charge? Warren made you in charge, did he? Then did you ask Warren? You don't know, you have sent also in that. I had saved some tapes which were the bhajan tapes. I saved them that time when I was giving. I said keep them for the villagers. I am saying, did you appoint him as in charge of the tapes? Alright. What? He didn't do these tapes. The tapes that he has sent back, he never did it. That's done by Paul. We have purchased them, gave it to Paul for doing it. Now I saved these ones. When I was giving the presents to people, I said save these, because I have to take them for distribution for the villagers. And these tapes were sent back. He never asked me. See, this is the trouble. When you are in charge, it doesn't mean you can do things like that. These are not your tapes that you sent them. We paid for it. We got it done through Paul. It has nothing to do with you. You never did these tapes. Nothing. No, you did not. I know. Paul did it. It was given to Paul. We paid for it. We asked Paul to do it. He did it. These tapes are not done by you. If you have done it, I don't know. But as far as I know, they are done by Paul. And I kept them back. I didn't give them. And yesterday I was really crestfallen. Because I told them that I'll give it to the bhajan mandals. And it was not there. And they asked me, where are the tapes you had promised us, Mother? I think you do not know, because I had kept about 40 tapes or 30 tapes which were of Indian bhajans, separately with that. But what was the hurry? If you have to send something, you can always send it later. How do you know? You just sent a lot. How do you know? You didn't see everything. Definitely they are gone. But why do anything without asking? First of all, always do things with asking. You shouldn't behave arbitrarily, first point. Second point is that these things can be done later. What is the hurry? Even Warren asked me if he has to do something. It's a very common thing, another with a Western mind. I've known that. I'll tell you, people used to live in my house. They would just walk off, keeping the door open. Just walk off. Where is he gone? God knows he's walked off. Very common. He just walked off. But where did he go? I mean, even if you have to go to the bathroom, we'll tell somebody, I'm going to the bathroom. That's our habit. No, it's all right. Whatever it is. But I had saved this. Now I cannot locate it, because it's not there. There was no need to send them back at all. What was the hurry? To whom are you committed? If not to me, at least to Warren. Why they arrange these things? Well, I think something goes out there. You better look after yourself. You have to do sadhana. You all must do sadhana. There's one more thing. Is that by saying I'm a Sahajogi, by believing I'm a Sahajogi, you're not going to be helped. You have to do your meditation sincerely. You see, I know it's not hypocrisy, but also it is not all out sincere effort. There's something in between, in the limbo, I would say. That's not the way. We think we are Sahajogis, all right, then do it. You have to every day, all these Indian Sahajogis, meditate every day. Every day. They are much more, in a way, evolved. They have a much better background. We have to fight all that. Every day, they cannot live without it. All right? Now, try to meditate. Try to take out, because you have problems there. That's how you go off. Now, Just don't do anything arbitrarily. Ask 10 people. I also ask you. I don't do anything arbitrarily. Yesterday, when all the leaders were there, asked him what is to be done, what isn't it for us? Asked everyone. I can do everything myself. I don't do that. It's a collective thing. You cannot do anything like that. All right, that's one thing now. Thank you very much. Next time, don't do anything. It's not only him. I'm telling all of you. Don't do anything arbitrarily. All right? May God bless you. The second is Felicity. Come here. Felicity, you sit down. I have to tell you one thing. In Sahaja Yoga, you have come here to achieve an ascent. You know you had lots of problems. You have not come here to achieve any positions. Know that. If you want to achieve positions, why don't you go to politics and spare us? You become ministers, prime minister, do what you like. Why do you want to start another center? Huh? Who is Danny? Is he your leader? Who is your leader? Huh? Then why did you listen to Danny? Danny will do that. He's gone back. He'll tell you. He'll try to break your organizations. Are you going to listen to him? He will do like this. You should have told him in all sense that you better talk to Laurie. Now don't listen to Danny. He's already gone off his head. Actually, he made a horrible thing which you can't imagine. I mean, if I tell you, you'll be shocked. He made a deed. He made the deed for the so-called registration of the Vishwa Nirmala Dharma. And that one or the other one also. Life Eternal Trust. Huh? You can say Life Eternal Trust. And what he wrote, what he did was that when I die, he becomes the head. He becomes the head of the whole of the world, Mr. Danny. That his great wife has achieved it. And when he found it out, he told me, Mother, what are you doing? I trusted him, so he's such a good man. I don't know how he got into this trap of getting some sort of a power. Can you do that? You cannot. Started it. काय म्हटलं तुम्ही काय ठरवलं
माझ्या इज्जतीचा सवाल आहे
हां
तू इथे घेऊन आलाय आणि पैसा करता राहिले तुझी मुलगी असते तिच्याला
हां
तुमच्या मुली असते तसं वागा
हां हां मग
बस एवढंच माझं म्हणणं आहे हे शुभ नाही दिसत मला तुमचं
हां
अशी वासना ओढून जाईल म्हणजे
हां मग
म्हणजे आम्ही फक्त तुम्ही आता काय आम्हाला जाण्या येण्याची भाडं द्या आम्ही तसंच लग्न करून
हां मग किती म्हणाल तुम्ही
हे 501 रुपये जे आहेत याला मी जबाबदारीने कबूल आहे
हां
पण तुम्ही वांदा घालायचं नाही मुंबईला सोडून त्यांनी केलं
501 प्रत्येकाला
मी शब्द दिलाय 501 रुपये
हां बरं कबूल सगळं मिळून
सगळं इन्क्लुडिंग एवढं
अच्छा मग 501 ची रसीद द्यायला पाहिजे त्यांनी
ते म्हणजे आम्हाला काय नको जाण्या येण्याचा आमचा द्या खर्च झालेला तेवढा द्या आम्ही मग काय करू म्हणजे बघू बिघू नंतर नाही 501 पुढं काय ते इतकी म्हणली की आम्ही आता लग्नच लावून घेतो वेळ चालली
स्वतःच लावतात काय
वेळ तर गेली म्हणलं टळू जरा काहीतरी बुज राखा म्हणलं आपलं ते
थोडी टेप लावायला पाहिजे होती तुमची बोलत असताना मला तेच गव्हर्नमेंटला सांगायचं आहे
पुढचं काय मी बोललो नाही कारण ते मागून हे झाली. करून घेतो आम्ही काय करायचं ते. पहिले लग्न लावून घ्या
बरं
बांगड्याचं आम्ही आणतो
बरं एक मिनिट सांग You have to support Laurie out and out. I must get good report about you from her. You know you had terrible problems. You know that. I must get very good report from her. And you must respect your leaders. Don't treat them as equals. None of you are going to treat your leaders as equals. You have to respect them and you have to listen to them. If something goes wrong with them, I will remove them. Don't start arbitrary behavior. This goes to this limit, what Danny has done. Do you want to become like that? So don't start any arbitrary behavior. And if you want to make me unhappy, I have nothing to say. But I have tried to make you happy by so many ways and so many methods. But if you want to make me unhappy all the time, what can I do? I have to be unhappy. You don't want to make me unhappy, isn't it, Felicity? All right, now go ahead and don't do all these things. It hurts me. I just don't understand. You have been with me for so many days and this thing, I've loved you so much, I just can't understand. Why do you want to hurt me? All right, get up now. Now for something nice, we should say, it's done, finished. You see, sometimes the ocean of forgiveness gets so filled up that some of it, like what you call the tushar in Marathi, we say, I don't know in English what is the word, is some drops come out from that on the shore. Try to love each other. Try to be helpful to each other. Try to enjoy others. That's what you are here for. Keep to your age. Keep to your levels. Keep to your growth. And also, you must understand that respect, if you give, you get the respect also. This is not the way one should behave in Sahaja Yoga. I am trying to build up a new world. We are doing God's work. Just find out, have you got sufficiently enough understanding what work you have taken? Arbitrary behavior is absolutely cancerous for Sahaja Yoga. Anybody does that, you point it out to others. This is arbitrary. This has been done very much before also. You know how the money was collected? Arbitrarily by Patrick. Terrible things happened. And everybody supported him, even Steve and everyone. And people sent him money without asking me. This is very sad. You are all Sahaja Yogis of such a level, and you must come up to that level and see that you are the people who are going to change the whole world. You are the foundation of that. No arbitrary behavior should be there, but an understanding, because you have to receive so much. Unless and until you are respectful, you cannot receive anything. Whatever you have to do, please ask your leaders. Don't do anything arbitrarily. The leader may be younger than you, may be older than you, maybe now he is appointed, you are an old Sahaja Yogi. It doesn't matter. I know whom to appoint. I have appointed that person there. All right? I hope you will give me joy and happiness as I have always tried to give you. May God bless you. Now, the ladies have arrived and they want to give bangles to the ladies. They have brought the bangles for. The reason is tomorrow is a great day, what we call the Sankrant. It's a day when the sun changes its meridian. It moves from the south to the north, towards the Cancer, to the Cancer. It moves towards the Cancer, you see. And that's how tomorrow is a very great day for us, 14th. That day we say that that's the day lots of things happen. So Sun Krant. Krant means revolution and Sun means holy. So it's a day of holy revolution. Luckily we are here. We'll be having a nice puja. We'll have an international puja also. Everything will be done tomorrow. Very nice. Now one thing we have to do today, that these ladies have come to give bangles to you, to all the ladies. They have got all sizes. They showed me what sizes I should take. I told them some of them should be maximum. And they have brought it. So as many as of you can have, please have it. All right? Aao त्या बांगड्या घेऊन या. We don't offer them to women because men because it is insulting. When the men don't go for a fight or they behave cowardly, then women offer their bangles to men that you better wear them, sit at home and I'll go on the war. So it's a saying, bangda bharani. Means to men if you say that, that means now you are a coward. It means that. In all languages. यहाँ पे कितनी चिड़िया हैं? It's a sanctuary here. So many birds. Have you seen those birds before? Or only they have arrived today? Just go and have a look. Ana. We everything have by the kilos, you see. Ana. इकडे आणून ना आता बायका आहेत तिथे. अहो तुम्ही या कुठे? विद्यापीठाच्या बायका इकडे या इकडे. What's it?
Bridget has bought 5 silver key rings for you to bless, and perhaps you'd like to give them away.
To whom?
11.
To whom?
Mm.
11.
You want to give me one?
Where's the other box?
Did you?
Beautiful. You got them in Kolhapur? Are they beautiful? Yeah. It's a bangda. Ugrao? Oh, bangda ugra. Okay. Oh, kumku. Oh. कुंकू पुढच्या आता ह्या तर पुष्कळ बायका आहेत भरपूर yeah, but where are they? That's only we have very few. One is 1, 2, so 3,
Given me 2 boxes.
4, 5, yeah. One is very simple, huh? Now you make a list, I don't know. This one has been here.
Maybe you can choose 11 Swiss ladies.
Huh?
Maybe you can choose 11 Swiss ladies.
That would be very partial. We should give it to from every country.
Okay.
Now the leader, Snow, Warren, you know the ladies whom I gave.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. You want somebody else or someone?
One more could be. काय झालं?
All the
अरे
ladies
मला का?
receive saris.
झालं.
You know the ladies who receive saris from each country. Choose another lady in your
Right.
country who
But
will
there.
receive them.
तुम्ही कामं सुरू करा. आणा व्हायब्रेट करून. आल्या का सगळ्या? आणा. हां. काय हे तर व्हायब्रेट करून घ्या आधी. हां. बरं. बरं ते आणा. आता भरपूर होते.
Right.
झालं ना? झालं.
All the ladies come forward, please.
ठीक आहे ना अरुणा
ह्याला ह्याच्यात बसून द्या मला. ते जरा बसून. अहो बिकुले इकडे. हा जरा ह्याच्यात बसून. आता कशा भरणार या ह्या बायकांना? असं का? तुम्हाला माहिती आहे ना? तर कम अलॉंग नाव फॉरवर्ड. बरं भरा, मला भरा. झाले?
नाही नाही आम्ही बस ते करा ना.
काय झालं?
बांगड्या भरायच्या. हो.
चला पाहायचं. त्या लोकांना कुंकू लावणार ना मी, तसं पुरायचं नाही. आणखी घ्या कुंकू.
हो.
These are all the ladies.
They're lining up here.
11.
11 ladies, right?
Will you please come one by one? First of all, these are key rings which are given by Bridget. All right. May God bless. Come on. हाँ
बांगड्या भरा.
हो मला भरा. एक मिनिट ह्यांचं उतर दे. एक मिनिट. May God bless. May God bless. Bridget has given this. Whichever comes in my hand, I am giving it. All right? Nice one. This little thing has fallen off. A little bit, I think. I'll take this one answer. This one is. त्याच्यातलंही बघा. त्याच्यात पडलंय. अगदी असेल ते. नाही आहे तिथं. पडलंय. आहेत का बघायचे घुंगरू पडलेले? May God bless. हा नाही जस्ट have. कसं गेलं कुठे? नाही कसं काय? It's a little dropped out. I think I'm trying to search it. Just see. Get it. This is all right. May God bless. There are only 11 she's brought. I'm sorry. Now, all the ladies who came here can come and one by one have the bangles done. Now come along. Come along. One by one. Come along. Start coming. बघा त्यांचे हात. काय हो?
तुम्ही भरता ना.
हा?
तुम्ही
मला
आधी
बरा
भरता
हात.
ना.
Just sit down.
याच्या पुढेच भरू.
Yes,
Sri
fine.
Mataji, Michelle is saying that Christine Balsarac didn't receive a sari, but I know that I read her name out and she came out. Christine, you remember, from France?
Who is saying no?
Michelle, the leader in Paris.
Really? No, I think I gave it to Christine. I remember her. She says no?
Did she say no?
No.
Or are you just assuming your
no,
vision to be
but
perfect?
we were several. I mean, you cancelled the name Christine, saying no. I assume.
Cancelled?
Yes, you said Christine first time. It was Christine from New York.
Yes, correct.
And the
And
fourth name, I mean, was second time Christine. And you said no. I soon called her. And then you went on the fifth name, and it was over at that. And at the end, there has been.
I saw coming.
You saw her coming.
Yeah.
So she was not in her range. She didn't tell me. That doesn't matter.
She didn't get it. I saw her
I
coming.
didn't
That all.
ask her because I was sure not to have seen her. because he has.
She didn't get it. What was the sari about? The one I gave? Then who took the 11th sari? Well, I brought all of them in number.
No, and Marie-Louise from Mulhouse, who knows her pretty well, said that she didn't get any sari for France. When she packed her luggage, she didn't have it.
How many saris there were, Dania? I don't know, but I had all the number there. Yes, 16 of them. No, quite lady. Also,
You had the list of it.
just see the list. How many there? Or I will find out. We'll find out. Now, Kamala, Barayan. Make up. बस यू सिट डाऊन शील ब्रिंग दॅम तुम्ही असं करा हात बघून सांगा त्यांना म्हणजे तिथे इथं मांडून घ्या ना सगळं
Mother Alessandra has a spare herself. You might like to give that to the one that missed out.
all right call her
Okay, Austria representative to receive for Germany, please. Herbert, who is it?
16 we'll see the sari list but you should have pointed out that moment.
Yes, why didn't you tell us then?
That moment is wrong. You see, now it's a last case. I definitely had 16 saris, no doubt. I had bought them. No, and one of them, 15 I gave you, and one I gave it to Mrs. Dixit. I'll try to get one for her. If possible, they are very special saris. Just don't get them like that. Yes, I know that. But still. May God bless you. These are they're very special ones. I'll see if I can get one. Alright? But who is then the 15th one who got it? Now let us see who got it. First of all. बरा अहो एकाच्याने नाही होणार 4 जण पाहिजे त्याला तुम्ही बरा या नाही भरू दे किती भरणार आहात तुम्ही एक एक डझन मग 7 आणि 5 भरायचे 7 उजव्या डाव्या हाला 7 आणि उजव्याला 5 7 आणि 5 त्यांचे हात फार मोठाले आहेत आधी मोठाले भरा हे बघा ह्यांना तुम्ही यांना धरा ना इकडे हां तेव्हा तुम्ही इकडे बस हां असे हात बघा त्यांचे थोडे गाळा तुम्हाला ओळखता येतो काय नाही अंदाजे फार मोठा गाळा आहे टेक आउट वन ऑफ त्यांना म्हणा काहीतरी म्युझिक वाजवा म्हणा त्याला प्लीज प्ले सम गुड म्युझिक alright ask them to play some good music of the same one yesterday's other side कोणचा हात आहे हाँ 2 आहे का 2 6 म्हणजे 2 6 आहेत ना आधी डाव्यात घालून बघा नाही जाणार 3 घाला 3 बहुतेक 3 तिला चालतील 2 6 You have a very big hand. What do? You do work very hard in the house or something?
I'm the teacher.
Why should the teacher have a big hand? You don't beat the children, do you? तुम्ही बरा राहुल भाई तिच्यात घेऊन या तिला आणखीन कोण आल्यात का आणखीन बायका तिकडे पाहिल्या ना मी बसलेल्या नाही का हा 7 भरा हे बघा 7 की नाही